Come on in, come on in. Y'all already know what today is. Come on, Belle. It's the couch. Couch Chronicles. Belle already know what today is. Okay, sit. Have a seat. Good girl.
It's time for the Couch Chronicles, where there ain't no fucking limits.
Every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 8 Central Time. You don't never want to miss a couch. Trust me, it ain't no fucking limits. I said none.
We have the jackpot this time.
Hey, y'all come on in. It's Prison Talk. It's the last day of Prison Talk for this month. Until next month.
Ay, big slime, I did big time, giving up the years. They took me straight off the front line, I'm not lying. Been watching my mama cry up in that courtroom. Then the judges dismissed me like I was dumb too. Then the bailiffs looked at me like, what you gon' do? My mind is fucked up, so all I'm thinking is I'm gon' shoot. And reality set in like it was supposed to. Cat calls down the halls, that's what them folks do. Brown bag, bologna sandwich in them jumpsuits. My cellmate just did 100 years on some dumb shit. Damn, is this the end of the days? Cause living in this hell is just like being in a grave. If ain't no money on your books, then you ain't eating shit. You better pray that you can mail a penitentiary gift. And for them lonely days, a visitation list from your family and your friends, that's a major lift. Hey yo, spirit, all the drama on the yard, you wanna forget it, yeah. Behind these walls is different, and you wouldn't understand if you didn't live it. Ayy, big slime, I did big time, ayy, and they took me off the front line. I'm still scarred from doing my time, and everybody said I should let go. I'm trying, but it did something to my mental. And I have to pay, you know, stand 10 toes. You know, now you know, I hold my own, that ain't wrong. And I know I gotta think different, cause if I don't, then I guess I'll be the same nigga. Wait, I'm tryna let it go. I'm tryna be a better person so I don't have to get physical. I gotta get my mind right for the limelight. I don't care who judging if they don't know doing time life. I'm tryna be an example to my fans and all my peoples and my nieces and my nephew. Big slime, I did big time. Sitting in the cold cell in the daytime. Your time be fine, but it's not like the world, no. Big slime, I did big time. Giving up them years, they took me straight off the front line, I'm not lying. Been watching my mama cry up in that courtroom. Then the judges dismissed me like I was dumb too. Then the bailiff looked at me like, what you gon' do? My mind is fucked up, so all I'm thinking is I'm gon' shoot. Damn, is this the end of the days? Cause living in this hell is just like being in the grave.
Right. Even Bella was like, living in, hold on, being in the grave. Let me come save my mama. Man, how's everybody doing? Yeah. That's Big Lance, not the little one, okay? You know, support your peoples. If your peoples got shirts, it's a shirt that I was supposed to get this week from somebody to support them, but I've been so under the weather, y'all. Not even under the weather. It's just my body is just hurting. So, with my body hurting, driving is very hard. Shout out to William, because William is the one that made this shirt. He made every shirt that I wear from Young and Truthful. So, I'm looking for a shirt to be made. So, y'all, hold on. My rabbit just opened the door. They're stuck. They good. Okay, because for some reason, all my fur babies know how to open the door now. So, yeah. Hey, y'all come on in. Today's the last day of Prison Talk. Until next month. Y'all know I do Prison Talk every month. And I have to because, number one, we have to be the voice. Last night, After my episode, I got several emails and several messages from people that's still on the yard right now. Now, they want to get on the podcast, but they so scared. So I might have to do a special episode with them where I pre-record it and then I edit it to where I take their face off or, you know, blur their face or whatever, because I want them, they want to be able to speak and they want to be able to get their words out, and because they said there's some shit going on in there right now. So if y'all do, you know, next time whenever I do it, you never know, I might be doing a pre-recorded episode. That way they can say what they need to say without feeling like they about to get snitched on, because that's what they mostly worried about, is being snitched on. And we don't want that. And we already know that, I think, if I'm not mistaken, somebody might have got snitched on before for being on the couch. I'm not sure. I don't know for sure. But I don't want nobody to get in trouble for anything that they do on this podcast, because it's not about that. It's about making people aware of what's going on, because it's a lot of shit that's going on. Like I was speaking on last night, is the fact that these officers are putting their hands on inmates, and I'm literally a victim from a past, you know, officer putting their hands on me, and I still go through it right now to this day, which is the reason why I was in the ER the other day. It's fucked up that they get away with all of this shit, and it's really nothing we can do unless we do it now, unless we start speaking now. You know what I'm saying? Like, just recently I got a video of a officer putting their hands on an inmate. Now, I wanted to share that video, but like I said, they didn't want it shared because their voice was on there and all of that extra shit. I don't want to get anybody in trouble. So shout out to anybody that tunes into the Couch Chronicles. Drop them couches. I see you, wifey. Shout out to my wife, because when I say my wifey is the best wifey, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Listen, my wifey figured out what the fuck is going on with my body, and I've been going to specialists for years. That means a lot to me. That means a lot to me. Shout out to all y'all significant others. Anybody that's watching that has a life mate, shout out to them. Shout out to y'all. Y'all the real MVPs. Also, shout out to Damian Lillard. He has a new album that's going to be dropping on the 17th. I'm super excited. His new song that I just heard on his Instagram was fire. Y'all know I love me some Dame songs. Stop playing. Y'all already know that we got to ask him a couple questions for the couch this year. So super excited about that. That was dope. That was one of my favorite experiences of the beginning of the year. As the year progressed, everything else became my favorite too. So I love meeting new people. For real. My new album is going to be dropping in December. If y'all don't remember me telling y'all, December, my new album is going to be called Elevate. It says Bella's cracking me up. She's going to have Contact High, not too. And yeah, she's going to have Contact High soon. Trust me. She always do. First she'll be like, and she'll be like. Yeah, so if you haven't already done so, make sure that you follow my artist page. It's THA Real JANELL. Follow Couch Chronicles No Limits on Spotify, Pandora, THA Couch on Facebook and TikTok. If you have been on the yard with me, even if you wasn't on the yard with me and you want to talk about your time, you are more than welcome to come up and talk about your time on the yard, what you're doing now in life, whatever you want to talk about. It's prison talk until we end this bitch. And then prison talk will take back up next month. I definitely, like I said, I appreciate everybody that comes and tunes in. Y'all have literally been giving me the energy and the strength that I need, because when I tell you that I have been in so much pain, like, and I hate crying. Like, I don't like crying. Trust me, I like to be like this. But here lately, ooh, my goodness, I'm just like, okay, so are we gonna cut this motherfucker out? Because this bitch needs to be cut out. No lie, this motherfucker needs to be cut the fuck out. I don't know what it is, but it gotta go. Okay? Shout out to everybody that is dealing with physical pain and they still carrying on like they good. Shout out to everybody that's dealing with the autoimmune disease that they don't know much about. Shout out to everybody that's actually pushing through pain that they going through right now, mentally, physically, and emotionally. If you haven't already done so, make sure that you check on your strong friends, check on your strong people, check on your people. If you know anybody that you fuck with, and you fuck with them, if you say you fuck with them, do a wellness check. Do a check. Hey, wifey, I love you. Make sure you do a wellness check. Make sure that you just, if you say you fuck with somebody, why not? Why not check on them? If you know anybody that's in the hospital, do a wellness check too. Okay? For real. If you know anybody that's locked up, write them. Write them as much as you can. If you can. You know, I know sometimes people get so caught up in their lives that they're like, oh, I don't really have time to write. I get that. But if you ever get a chance to take 1 hour out of your day to just write, to just write your people's, write them. Because you never know what an officer is taking them through in that penitentiary. You never know what a staff member is taking them through in prison. You never know. Because it's a lot of stuff that goes on in the prison systems that they don't speak about because you think they want to get online and be like, yeah, I just got harassed by my motherfucking caseworker. Nobody wants to do that. But it happens. It happens. If you're in there and if you're in there for doing something to a child, trust and believe that the inmates are going to give you the blues. Staff members is going to give you the blues. Everybody is going to give you the blues. If you're in there for causing harm to, and I'm not being funny, I'm just being real. Like, depending on your case, they will fuck with you. They will fuck with you, whether it's an inmate or a staff member. So you really just have to, if you know somebody that's locked up, check on them. Especially if you know their case. Especially if you know their case and it's something like I just mentioned, I would keep in touch with them. I would. I mean, if you're like me, myself, I don't believe that, I don't believe in rapists in my family. Like, if it's somebody that is accused of rape and they in jail, or molestation and they in jail, I personally will not be writing them. Not me. I went to prison for shooting a man that raped me. I will not. I don't give a fuck if they got the same blood running through them as me. If you are arrested for molestation, anything like that, touching another human being that is underage or whatever, I will not be writing you. I will not be checking on that strong friend or strong family or whatever. That's not me. So if you one of those, hey, I ain't mad at you. I won't. I'm not, because I don't believe in that. Now, I'm not saying that when I get on the yard, I'm about to be beating their ass or giving them the blues, but trust me when I say it happens. So if you know anybody that's locked up, if they in there for like robbery or, trust me, they can get depressed. If they in there for shooting somebody, they can get depressed because sometimes staff members be like, you ain't finna shoot me. That's because we're locked up. But try this on in the world. Let's do this again. Let's repeat this and see if it happens. You know, they will provoke you. You know, you just got to be able to stay strong up here. Okay? Stay strong. It'd be hard. It's hard in there. Especially if you don't have somebody sending you money to put on your books. You think for 1 second that kitchen is serving you anything that you're supposed to be ingesting? You're supposed to be grubbing on? No. A lot of times when you go back in the kitchen, I used to work in the kitchen. A lot of times when you work in the kitchen, the actual bag of food says not for human consumption. That's what it says. It says not for human consumption. So whose consumption is it for? Who is supposed to be eating it? Aren't we considered humans? Or are we not considered humans any longer once we're in prison? So then they can bring these bags of not for human consumption food for us to eat. And then when we eat it and we getting sick, and then certain things is happening to us, or maybe this is the food that's keeping their hormones down, because they said they injected with hormones and different things. And isn't that crazy? It's crazy, and it's right there on the yard, and it's plainly in your face. Plainly. Like, it's literally in your face in bold letters. Bold letters. So with that being right in your face, and you like, okay, so what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to eat? Well, if your family's not writing you, if your family's not feeding you, then you're going to be subjected to eat this food that's not for human consumption. Right? And it looks like dog food. It looks like dog food. The milk is made out of, I want to say, like powder. And I'm going to tell you one thing. Now, this story might gross some of y'all out, but this is a really serious story. And this is really traumatic to me. So one day, I wake up thinking, okay, you know what? I'm going to go to breakfast. I got visitation coming. I'm going to go to breakfast. And I'm going to drink some of this milk. That's what I'm going to do. So I get up. It's early. It's like 5:30 in the morning. I go to the breakfast line. I wait a little bit to be last because, one, a lot of those ladies don't know how to brush their teeth when they get up. They just know rise and shine is dyking time. Who gives a fuck if my breath smells like turpentine? So I waited a little bit till last. I get my breakfast. I get my cold glass of milk. And it's so cold that the fucking glass is like, you know, sweating. Like, okay. So I sit down, sitting at my table. I get to eat. Now, I want to say it was biscuits and gravy. I think it was biscuits and gravy. So I get to eat my biscuits and gravy. And I take a large sip of my milk. I think, yeah, I tilted my head back to it. Until I finished it. I finished it all in one sip. The glasses was about this tall. Yeah. Finished it all in one sip. Okay. So, I finish eating my breakfast. I go back to my cell. I'm preparing to get ready for visitation. You know me, I get my little makeup on. I'm doing my little lashes. Each individual lash, too. So, I'm doing each individual lash. And they finally called my name about a couple hours later. At the time, my last name was Reyes. So, they was like, Reyes, visitation. I'm like, okay. So I got on my crispy grays. I'm talking about that motherfucker is creased to perfection. Even the pocket is ironed to perfection, okay? All right. So I get to visitation. I'm thinking everything is all good. Now, this is why it's not for human consumption. So I get to visitation, and I'm talking about as soon as I walked in. It was like somebody punched me in the stomach. And I was just like, hold on. I know this ain't happening. So I sit down with this face. And so my dad looks at me and he's like, hey, what's going on? I said, I think I gotta go. And he was like, what you mean you gotta go? We just got here. I said, well. And as soon as I said, well, for some reason a fart came out. I don't know how. And I'm blaming it on the milk. Mind you, this is not for human consumption. Listen, I told you it might gross you out. But listen, so as that fart came out, it was as if maybe it ripped a hole through my pants or something. But all I know is the staff had to take their jacket off and walk me back to my cell. They didn't even strip me out. It was so much shit everywhere. I was like, now this cannot be for human consumption. And never, that was the first and last time I ever drank milk in prison. And that was in the beginning. Okay? So by the end, yeah. By the way, I'm vegan. Okay? So, yeah, that was not for human consumption. I don't know what they made that milk out of, but that milk ran straight through me like that. You hear me? And it's not, I don't know if y'all should be drinking milk either. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, y'all shouldn't be drinking milk either. That was not it was it looked like somebody threw shit at my butt. It did. It looked like somebody threw some shit at my butt. So yeah, I had a shitty ass. And I don't know if I was embarrassed. I wouldn't say I was embarrassed. I wasn't embarrassed. I was just like, not for human consumption. It makes sense. It makes sense. So it dawned on me then and there that that is another reason why that's not for human consumption. Because who on earth makes milk where it runs right through you like water? It's the Couch Chronicles and it ain't no fucking limits. I'm being so serious though. Not for human consumption. And that's for a reason. Follow Couch Chronicles No Limits on Spotify, Pandora, THA Couch on Facebook and TikTok. Couch Chronicles No Limits on Instagram. Y'all, today is the last day of prison talk. If you want to talk about your time on the yard, you are more than welcome to come up and join the live and talk about your time on the yard. Listen, I'm just being real. Listen, there's no reason why they should have food that's on the yard that says not for human consumption. Yet they're feeding it to the inmates. Y'all see what they did to me? And don't say, oh, girl, you lactose intolerant. No. No. Before I went to prison, I was drinking milk by the gallon. Yeah, I was. But I'm a proud vegan now. I will not be drinking any pus. Okay? So it won't be any fuss. Y'all like that? Y'all like that? So if y'all don't already know, tomorrow's Wednesday. So y'all know I won't be live. You said I've seen before in the county. I was like, what did they... Listen, man, I know I always bring this up. But when I first went to county, they gave us this big ass... I'm talking about the cornbread was about this big. You see? I'm not kidding. It was about this big. I was like, what the fuck is this? They was like, oh, that's pancakes. Pancakes? This is a pancake? Yeah, girl, that's... Corn cake is what we call it, though. We just throw some syrup on... No, baby, that's cornbread. And you just threw some syrup on it. And it's inappropriate. That is inappropriate to be giving them this big... This cornbread was motherfucking this big. Ain't no goddamn reason why it should be this big. Y'all throwing some syrup on it, talking about some... It's a fucking pancake. Get the fuck out of here. And piss is rain, motherfucker. And then they give you these juices. It's just a little bitty packet. It's like a little bitty white pack. You open up that juice and you just hope. You just hope that it has enough sugar and enough of that coloring that they got in there to where it tastes a little good. So you throw it in your water. Put it in your water. Take a sip. And if it's good, then you're going to drink the whole thing in one sip. If it's not good, that drink is going to be with you for the rest of the week. It is going to be with you for the rest of the fucking week. Yes. And the toothpaste. Now, I'm not... Let me tell you something. I ain't fucked up about it. Let me go get this motherfucker because y'all got to laugh at me. Because it was just so good that I still use it. For those of y'all that don't know anything about Ultra Right, it is great to clean your shoes, okay? It is great to clean your whites. You think bleach work? You think bleach work? Okay, let me tell you a trick in prison. Let me tell you a prison trick. This toothpaste and the indigent toothpaste, listen, hear me out. If you put it on your teeth and you let it sit for 5 minutes, every time you brush your teeth for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, let it sit on your teeth for 5 minutes. And I guarantee you, that plaque buildup, that yellow crusty ass shit that's on the bottom of your teeth, it's going to start easing up. You hear me? Now, y'all going to laugh at this too, but I used to get paid to scrape people's plaque off their teeth. Like, I thought I was a motherfucking dentist on the yard. Like, what? You said what? If you had too much plaque, I'd be like, can I get that for you? I won't even charge you the full price. So I used to get people's plaque buildup. Like, I don't know if anybody remembers Philly. Boy, she had so much plaque, it looked like Play-Doh was at the bottom of her teeth. Yes. I was like, girl, you cannot be out here like, hey, with all this shit on the bottom. Let me get that. Let me get that for you, girl. Let me get that. And so I did. I got it. And yeah, I don't think it came back ever since. So even right now, if you got some plaque buildup and you would like it removed, holla at the couch. Okay? THA Couch on Facebook and TikTok. It's the Couch Chronicles and it ain't no fucking limits. It's prison talk today. Okay, and then I'm picking back up again next month. So if you would like to talk about your time on the yard, feel free to come up. You are more than welcome to talk about your time. Y'all, it's the Couch Chronicles and it ain't no what? Oh, okay. I got another song for y'all.
If I give up, then it be all for nothing. If I give up, then it be all for nothing. I did all my time now, I'm about to prove something. I did all my time, I said what I said, and I don't do no bluffing. I promise no lies, stand on my word, and I promise you it. If I give up, then it be all for nothing. If I give up, then it be all for nothing. My time now, I'm about to prove something. My time, I said what I said, and I don't do no bluffing. I'm gonna be something. So if you was out, I'll show you how I'm in my own plan. No man gon' take me up no square, but if you take me there, I'll show you why I don't play. It ain't a game. You say you care for who you call. That's why it pays to be the boss. Yeah. One call I can't get you on, and they be busting you down like some soft. Yeah, really don't gotta say much, but you can see that I got all the sauce. Yeah. If I give up, then it be all for nothing. If I give up, then it be all for nothing. I did all my time now, I'm about to prove something. I did all my time. I said what I said, and I don't do no bluffing. I stand on my word, and I promise you it. If I give up, then it be all for nothing. If I give up, then it be all for nothing. I did my time now, I'm about to prove something. My time now, I'm about to prove something. I said what I said, and I don't do no bluffing. I stand on my word, and I promise you one thing. I promise to God if I don't become great, it's because they can't handle the real. And if I'm lying, put that on the Bible. Play back and call it a deal. People be lying, let's keep it a bill. The shit you be saying, I can't even feel. So a lot of times I'm solo, cause people be switching like roles in the film. I don't have time for the haters, and I don't have time to be playing these games. If I said something, I'm in it. I'm setting examples, I don't wanna be like these lanes. I made a name for myself, no one really gave me no help. I came in the game and I swear I didn't gave them hell. I don't need you to apologize, you already showed me who you really truly are. And I'm not even judging you, just saying that what you did left me with hell scars. But it's okay, I'm doing great, I get to the bait. I learn if I cut you off, it's cause you was fake and I won't see you later. If I give up, then it be all for nothing. If I give up, then it be all for nothing. I did all my time now, I'm about to prove something. I did all my time, I said what I said and I don't do no bluffing. I promise no lies, stand on my word and I promise you that. If I give up, then it be all for nothing. If I give up, then it be all for nothing. My time now, I'm about to prove something. My time. I said what I said and I don't do no bluffing. If I'm bad, I promise you that.
If I give up, then it be all for nothing. I did all my time now, I'm about to prove something. I said what I said and I don't do no bluffing. I stand on my word and I promise you one thing. I'm just saying. Listen, when my album dropped in December, I got some shit. Like, I cannot wait to drop this album. So far, I don't have anybody featured on it, but I'm debating on if I want to feature somebody on it. I just want it to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, this year is about true change and elevation. And you might cut off some people that you never believed or never thought in a million years that you would be cutting off. Maybe not in a million years because you really haven't been alive that long. Only I have. But that's a whole nother story. Anyways. Yeah. So you honestly don't realize that this year is about shaking up foundations. Like, I'm talking about moms, dads, brothers, sisters, your flesh and blood. Like, that's the same blood running through them. They literally might be getting cut the fuck off. Because, I mean, hey. And you know, a lot of times when you do your time and you like, okay, this motherfucker didn't write me. When I get out, I ain't talking to them. We do that a lot. We do. And this is the thing. I'm the type of person that I was like, okay, I'm not fucking with the people that I actually wrote. Like, I literally paid stamps and paper and pen and so I could write y'all. I got y'all address. I did my digging and I got y'all address. How you couldn't do the same for me was beyond me. But there are specific people that I actually wrote. Do y'all know that when I was in school, I thought I had this homegirl. Y'all, this is a true fucking story too. So it was this girl that I thought was my best friend. I'm talking about, I thought she was my bestie, okay? I did everything for her. I used to beat up people for her because people used to try to beat her up because she had a mouth on her. But anyways, she was a white girl. Her name was Brittany. And, of course, I'm the black girl, the bully, the one that everybody was scared of, so nobody wanted to mess with her or me. Anyways, so when I got locked up, I was writing her the whole time, y'all. Like, you know, friend, come visit me, da-da-da-da-da-da. I miss you. Do y'all know that when my mom finally contacted her, like, why are you not writing her back? I know she got your address. I know she got the right address because I got it. Da, 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 da. She was like, I was never really her friend. I was just using her so she could beat up the people that was trying to fight me. I was like, so that, it kind of broke my trust when it came to, like, being friends with people. I was just like, what? Like, she was using me to beat these people up. Whatever. I was a really good friend to her, I thought. I was like, damn. Not only did I used to beat these people up, but girl, I used to, whatever. But I don't know. It was just like the people that I actually wrote whenever I was locked up, they never wrote back. Never. Not my brother. Not the person that I thought was my friend. No. Only letters I ever really got was from my family. Like my mom, my dad, and my sister wrote me like twice or maybe 3 times. But mainly it was my dad and my mom. I used to get this letter from this lady named Samantha Coleman. She's a gospel rapper. She didn't even know me. I don't know how she got my information either. But she used to write me. And I've been looking for her ever since I got out. It was this lady, another lady that had never met me before. Her name was Alicia. Or her name was Asia. She used to write me. And she used to say, actually, I don't know if she still does. Mind you, I haven't heard from none of these people since I got out. Asia wrote me, and she was a rapper. Her name was Queen Asia. She was out here in Oklahoma City. She was a gospel rapper. And she used to write me faithfully. Didn't know me from anywhere. I don't know how these people, literally. It was some people that actually, like, kept up with my case, and they wrote me. So I was getting letters from people that didn't even know me and was still sad about the motherfuckers that I was writing that didn't write me back. I was like, and then I had to think about it, like, wait a minute. I'm getting letters from people that don't even know me, and they're putting money on my books. They don't even know me from anywhere, but they're making sure that they send me a letter. That's another person, Nitra, the one I was telling y'all about last week. She didn't even know me, and she literally came to visit me. She was coming to visit me. I was like, these motherfuckers don't know me? Did I go to school with y'all? I just was like, damn, these motherfuckers are really, like, writing me faithfully, making sure that I stay encouraged. They not just, like, throwing God at me. They not just telling me. They wasn't just, like, trying to tell me it was my fault. Like, they literally was just trying to be there for me. So shout out to them motherfuckers. I'm telling you, if I could find them, when I got out and I seen who Samantha Coleman was, I was like, Samantha was writing me? Okay. Some of these people, I wish that I can be in contact with them right now. I'm in contact now with Nitra. I'm still looking for Asia. I'm still looking for Samantha. It was a couple other people that wrote me that I literally don't even have a clue who they are. But I'm definitely appreciative. I have some people that's literally been watching me since I caught my case, and they waited until I got out of prison. They were watching my progress as I'm out of prison. They watch my progress in prison. Like, I literally have some people that's literally still like that. Like, literally. I have some people that was on the yard with me that are closer to me than my actual family. Oh, shit. Hey, hey. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Let me turn you up. First of all, let me give you a shout out first of all. Shout out to Tank, y'all. First of all, when I say Mama Tank, when I say one of the, oh man, I'm trying not to even cry because you have been there for me through some tough ass fucking times.
I love you.
I love you too. We done been through some shit, and I'm so thankful to still have you in my life.
No, this is one of my prison daughters, Janelle.
Yeah. I don't mind sharing. She got enough love to give.
Oh, quit crying, baby.
Yes, man. I love you so much. You have literally been my rock on the yard.
Hey, you believe it or not, you were a lot of people's rock too.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of you. You came so far, baby girl. You got me crazy. I didn't even know how to do this live stuff, and I'm sitting here. I'm like, oh no. Hi, everybody.
Yes.
Just know that you can survive after living that life in the penitentiary.
Mm-hmm.
On and off for 14 years, I did, and it changed my life, and it saved my life.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't have been able to do it without all these little knuckleheads.
Mm-hmm.
Because y'all kept me right. Because I didn't want you to have to suffer the way that some of us older people had.
Mm-hmm.
And Janelle, you are you, and you're living your dream. You talked about it on the yard. Let me find out you came all the way to Texas from Oklahoma City on the computer.
And will physically too. Shit.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any questions?
Yes. When you first got locked up, how old was you?
I've done all of my 30s and half my 40s in prison. I was 32.
What type of effect did it have on your family?
It was terrifying. My daughter and my son both have been through hell. Mm-hmm. Literally, they've been through hell. They were 13 and 14 when I came in, and when I went in, and they were like 24 and 26, I believe, mm-hmm. whenever I got out. Mm-hmm. And it was devastating. They're still going through the motions and still trying to make it, because it was a change in life. You know, I was the only one that was, they're 100%, not just halfway or some.
Right.
Their family on their daddy's side was there, but, nobody's there like mama.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And some people don't even have that. And my kids suffered a lot. Mm-hmm. And just to those people that had a part to play in my kids' suffering. I just want you to know that I know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad that God has changed me.
Right. Right. What was the hardest part about getting out and or being around your children now?
The hardest part about getting out and being around my kids was, one, technology,
Mm-hmm.
because it had changed so much, and two, having to realize that my children were grown now.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't kids anymore, and it caused a lot of issues because they weren't children anymore. I had to give them that respect of being adults now.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to be there at the same time as their mother.
Mm-hmm.
And my kids are my best friends, my heroes.
Right. Right.
And that goes for my penitentiary kids too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's real. So you was considered like an old head in prison. Can you tell everybody what that's considered, like what that means to be like an old head?
An old head,
Yeah.
OG.
Right.
Somebody who's done some time, and I know there was a lot of women who did way more time than I did.
Mm-hmm.
But I was someone that a lot of people looked up to, and they looked down on too, because
Mm-hmm.
when I first went in, I was doing the most. I was
Mm-hmm.
stealing, I was fighting, I was trying to survive
Right.
and live that old life because I didn't know anything else.
Mm-hmm.
But the old heads that were above me taught me. And I just called my case manager in Mabel Bassett the other day. And she said, somebody said you was an A&R. I said, no, I ain't. Don't be lying on me.
Right.
I ain't never coming back
Mm-hmm.
except to visit.
Facts.
But it let me know that all my life I'd wanted to mean something to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And because I didn't have a family either. And the abuse I went through as a child.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to be that one that somebody looked up to.
Right.
And you guys did. Y'all gave me purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all gave me purpose. And I want y'all to know that y'all helped me survive so much,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of the diagnosis. So much.
Mm-hmm.
Because we survived the razor wire.
Yeah. Yeah. For real. Do you find yourself still going through it mentally and emotionally of the things that you went through on the yard?
Yeah, I do.
What was your most traumatic experience that you went through on the yard when you was there?
The medical neglect. I found out I have stage 4 cirrhosis of the liver due to being an IV drug user and tattoos. And
Mm-hmm.
But mind you, DOC, were, even though they diagnosed me,
Mm-hmm.
they also cured me of Hep C because I qualified for the treatment and was cured from the Hep C.
Mm-hmm.
But because of that medical neglect,
Mm-hmm.
I died October 1st, 2017 in front of my son,
Mm-hmm.
a free woman, because I had 14 polyps in my throat explode. And my son revived me. And that's due to Department of Corrections medical neglect
Mm-hmm.
and failure to treat. So anybody out there who has family members that are sick, regardless of why they're there, help them as much as you can. And the people who don't have anybody,
Mm-hmm.
if you know somebody in there, help them.
Yeah.
Because their life depends on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still kicking and still living.
Yep. Yep. Exactly.
Y'all still give me purpose. My kids give me purpose.
Mm-hmm.
There's other women that still give me purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm 50 now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still kicking. DOC can't kill me.
Period.
I ain't gonna let
At all. At all. Mm. I love you so much. I definitely appreciate you for being on. So, what are you doing in your life now?
Right now, I am awaiting housing so I can get my own place.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not in a relationship
Mm-hmm.
because of choice.
Mm-hmm.
I went back to old behavior when I first got out this time,
Mm-hmm.
and it almost killed me because I felt hopeless.
Right.
And felt like I wasn't enough.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that I am.
Yes, you are.
I'm single, and I choose to be single.
Mm-hmm.
And I just know that
Alora said, come be my
I'm not
roommate.
talking to your husband.
Alora said, come be my roommate. I got a whole big ass house.
See, now I can be your roommate.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm currently in a shelter right now because of choice, and I'm awaiting housing. And for the first time in my life, I'm taking care of Lori, Mama Tank. I'm taking care of me.
Yeah.
Without the drugs, without the alcohol, without the life.
Right.
Because I used to be about that life, and I'm not anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And I want you women that are in behind the razor wire. There comes a time in your life where being about that life, putting it down doesn't make you a punk. It makes you a soldier.
Right.
Because you are the strong ones.
Mm-hmm.
And Janelle, you're a powerhouse.
Thank you.
Your voice lifted me on many days where I didn't feel like being lifted. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I love you.
I love you too. So much. So much. I'm so
You
glad
caught
to
me
have
off
you in my
guard.
life.
I didn't have no makeup on or nothing.
Shit, I don't
Sorry,
either. I
no.
just came on this bitch. Yes, Alora said she needed to hear this today. And I just yesterday, was sharing about, the medical neglect as well. I'm a victim of that as well. And I'm just, realizing my wife is the reason why I'm just finding out what all is going on with me. And it was from when the officers was swinging me around and put me in TS. They tore something in my leg. And it's been torn ever since, to the point where now my toes are starting to curl like this from whatever's pulled up here. Yeah, so it is, I think it might be irreversible, but I'm going to a specialist on the 15th. I was just in the ER the other day from it because it's so hard to walk. It's just to the point where it's unbearable.
Just remember that regardless of your situation, your beliefs, or your circumstances, God will 100% heal you, not just partially.
Period.
I believe He's healing me. If I'm not physically healed, I'm spiritually healed.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
That is so true. I appreciate you for being on the couch. I can't wait till we do a full interview whenever I got to have you on this couch.
And I got some makeup on.
You look good without it. Because then I got to put some on too. Hold on.
Sleep with the angels.
Thank you, baby. I love you so much. You do the same.
Okay. Good night, sweetheart.
Good night. Tell my sister I said good night.
I will. I love you.
All right. I love you too. Thank you for being on the couch. Good night.
You're welcome.
Oh, y'all. I needed to hear that just as much as the Lord needed to hear that. We probably all needed to hear that. Listen, there are people that you meet when you're on the yard that literally become, like I said, more close to you than actual family. And that is a prime example of that. Literally was, I'm talking about, would I say I was a baby-ass kid. That was Mama Tank. And she made sure I stayed in line because, baby, if she didn't, I was Okay? I didn't really give a fuck because I was just like, man, you know how much time I got? Fuck this shit. Fuck my time. Fuck that. My family, at the time, my family wasn't even writing me. I was like, man, fuck this. Da, 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 da. I'm telling you, it's easy to lose yourself in there, you know. Especially whenever you come in there. When I went into prison, I didn't even curse. I didn't curse until I got in there. Because I was like, at first, you know, it's like, hey, how are you guys doing? And it was like, fuck y'all. The fuck? Nah, you can't get in this motherfucking microwave. Now you gotta wait in line. Did you sign that fucking list? And you don't want to be like that. but then you end up like that by the end of your sentence. It just happens. I don't know how. Thank God for the people that actually are there, that keep you in line and that actually fuck with you and love you and want to see you make it out of that prison besides yourself. Okay? So, because it's easy, I'm telling you, especially whenever you hangry, especially when you've been on lockdown. Bruh, when you've been on lockdown for so long and they finally let you out your cell, listen. When they finally let you out your cell and you get out that cell, you are not the nicest person. Especially when you've been waiting to cook your motherfucking food. Who's in the microwave? Why you didn't get your stuff out as soon as you heard it beep? That motherfucker been beeped. I'm telling you. And you don't want to be like that. But you end up like that. It's they do stuff on purpose to make you act out. Because, man, I didn't want to act out. But you do sometimes. It says growing up together and learning and watching and knowing and feeling loving the struggle with everyone. Exactly. Now it's nothing. It's only one person that was locked up with me that if I seen them out here getting done some type of way, I would just probably like. Everybody else, I'm like, what the fuck? That's my sister. Shit. But it's just that one person. I love y'all so much. Y'all, it's prison talk. Today's the last day. Next month, we will pick back up with prison talk. It'll be a whole week like it is every week, every time, every month. Tomorrow or Thursday, I got some juice for y'all. Who's ready for the juice in the streets? I got some juice. Yeah, I've been waiting. It's going down Thursday, so yeah. I love y'all. It's the Couch Chronicles, and it ain't no fucking limits. I'll see y'all on Thursday with the juice. Happy Tuesday. Y'all go get y'all some tacos if you haven't already. I love you. Have a good night.